Hi everybody, it's Dara, and I'm taking a break from work to talk with you guys. It's like my fun, and I wanted to talk about how do you how do you get this tripod? I thought I had it set up. Hold on. How do you work from home? How do you have the discipline? How do you set it up for success? I don't know how many of you need to do projects. How do you get your projects done? And I have my ways. I started working on a course when I was in Lisbon. I was away for 30 days and I worked every day for, I'm so glad, Bradley. So I worked every day for 3 weeks. I was able to just focus. And I was like, no problem. I'm going to go home and finish my course. And you guys, this course is going to help so much. It's like the secret to finding your soul's, it's like life purpose and your spirit's happiness. So I am so excited to birth it that I am making myself work and finish it. I am done with all 12 parts. I just have to do the intro, the outro, and then this special how-to video, and then I'll be done. So when I was in Lisbon in an Airbnb, I didn't have a washing machine, so I couldn't say, oh, I'll just throw the laundry in, or I'll just do this, and oh, my plants need watering, and they're thirsty, and I just want to go outside because I'm in Venice. You know, it's just, I was able to focus, and when I got home, it's been like, I'm gonna color, I'm gonna do my laundry, I'm gonna go see my daughter, see my dad, stuff like that, and all of a sudden I was like, okay, I'm gonna give myself a deadline, and luckily, I have a little bitty team I'm working with, and so I'm like, all right, you guys, I need to help. I need to have accountability. Let's give a deadline. So let's say that you're not working with the team and you're working by yourself. I would suggest giving yourself a deadline. So then it kind of forces you to work backwards and say, okay, well, if I have X amount to do, X amount of chapters to write, or paragraphs, or X amount of drawings or paintings, or I need to get this business plan done, then you know that you have to do 2 pages a day in order to get done. So when I was working in Lisbon, I knew that I needed a day to practice, 2 days to practice each video. Maybe I gave myself a day to film for each, and I worked backwards and I just worked on a schedule. And some days I pushed myself further because I knew then I'd be ahead of the game. So it's really important to set some kind of goal and deadline. And then the other thing is that we have to say no to certain things. We have to be out of balance. And I'm going to describe both of those things. We have to say no to dinners out sometimes. We have to say no, and it's hard to say no when people want to see us and they need us, but we really have to be willing to commit to ourselves just for this short period of time to say, you know what? It's kind of like, look at me like I'm in a writer's retreat. You know, when a writer is in their retreat, they're not expected to leave and go do a volunteer thing at school. I remember there was this woman at my daughter's school, and she had written these very successful children's books, I would say teenager books, and she came once a year to speak to the school. I remember thinking, she's not going. I was going every week to help in the art class, and I was painting murals, and I was always showing up, and I was like, interesting. She's created boundaries so that she contributes, but she contributes in a way that is helpful to her and works for her and her family. And so I think it's really important to decide what the priorities are and lovingly explain to the people near you, this is just for a short period of time and this is my deadline, and it's going to make me so happy if I follow through on my commitment to myself. No matter what it is, if you're committing to a decluttering project, if you're committing to feng shui, learning something new, it's really a gift to yourself to give yourself the time. And it takes saying no. And then the other thing is that, you know, we always say, oh, we should have balance in our life. We should have balance. There's some times in our lives we need to be out of balance. Like, it's not really balance that I'm home all day. This is what's going on here. It's messy. It's not very balanced. In my normal life, I will make the bed. I always make the bed. I will make myself a celery juice, then a tonic, and then and sometimes when I'm in like a project, I do whatever I can to get myself fed healthily. But I might just like eat a bite of soup and come back to work and leave the mess. I might just cut an apple and the rest of the apple sitting there. Like, it's a different kind of life. It's like letting passion take over instead of daily and regular responsibilities. So sometimes I will even ask my pendulum, should I clean up? And it'll say no. Should I jump on the rebounder in between work? And it was like, yes. So I went and did 10 minutes on the rebounder and came back to work. And so it's really giving up some balance maybe and having a different kind of harmony. So I don't know if any of you have any questions, but I'm happy to see you too, Zachary. Hi, Denise. So sometimes imbalance is necessary to find your flow to produce, right? Like, you're not in balance when you're pregnant. Like, you're making like a baby. You're making, I remember my sister-in-law said, you might not feel so good. You're making eyeballs and toenails. And I just thought that was the funniest thing. It was such a clever thing. I need to tell her. That stuck with me. You're grabbed by passion. You're grabbed by discipline. Isn't that funny? So when you're producing a baby, when you're producing a body of work, it's not your normal everyday life. Like, it's just not. So that's okay. And you need to tell yourself it's okay to let other things go while you focus on this active creation and give yourself a date. Because I started to feel like if this course doesn't come out, then I'm gonna feel like the baby's gestating too long. Like, it's gotta come out. So I've given myself till Saturday, and today all day I've been practicing the intro. The intro to my course is very important because it sets the tone for the whole thing. It's like, so I'm enjoying it. It's hard for me to sit still. It's not easy. I like to jump around. So I literally get up. I have the rebounder in the middle of my living room. I set it up for success. If it's out and it's there, I'll use it. So have your tools handy that you need. Have everything you need set up to support you. The Vitamix out. You have fruits and veggies to just blend with water. I highly recommend my soups and smoothies book because I think it's the easiest way to get a ton of nutrients in without a lot of food prep, without chopping, without anything other than blending and drinking. Efficient. I love efficiency. I'm a projector in human design. If you don't know your human design, or if you do, please go see JennaZoe.com because it's really helpful to know how to eat to support yourself, how you best work, should you strategize or not. And I don't really strategize. I just give myself a deadline. I have a loose idea. I do have outlines. Those are not easy. I'm learning and stretching and growing. Hello. Hi, Melanie. So what else can I tell you? You know, you have to it's very typical of me to think, oh, I'll just put the laundry in. You just get caught up in the other things and you say, you know what, it'll wait, instead of being like so regular. And I wear red. It was interesting. I was wearing yellow for Sunday and I was making my green smoothie and a little dot got on. So I took it off to like soak it in an anti-stain remover and I grabbed the red t-shirt and then I giggled to myself like, of course, red is gonna help me have the drive to get my project done. I think I'm gonna wear red every day until I finish. It's gonna be this like t-shirt because Mars promotes action. Mars, okay, you can learn this in my astrogeography course, but basically the planet Mars is all about drive, action, getting it done, athleticism. It's like extreme. And when you want to make sure that you have internal drive, passion, then you can harness the planet Mars, wear red, and that helps. It gives you the mentality. I never wear red. This is like, I have one other red t-shirt. I I do have red pants, but I made sure I have red in my closet for Tuesdays. We are coming out with a, it's probably going to be like a ebook, something where you can have the days of the week and everything I recommend to get the most out of those planets that rule the days of the week. And I'm happy to report I finally have help to get out all of my beautiful creations. So this may seem like work because I'm forcing myself to sit still, but it's something I'm really passionate about. And sometimes you just roll up your sleeves to get it done. So I wanted to say hi to you guys. Hi, Laura B. Nice surprise. So I am here in my kitchen mess, in my desk mess. I would always, last night I was up till like 2 drawing, and I have these great, I want to show you, these really cute things that I'm working on. It could be stickers or coloring book, and I was so excited by what I was doing. I was up till, I think, 3 doing it. And normally I would put away these markers, like, I wouldn't leave it out like that because that's usually where I sit at my computer. And then I was like, no, just leave it all there and come over to the other side of the table. And this is the computer side, and that's the art side. So one of the other ways that I am able to get work done is I give myself relief breaks, like work, 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 outline, 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 draw a little, work, 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 rebound. So I put on the TV, Madam Secretary, the show on Netflix, and I jump for 10 or 15 minutes, then I come back. So that kind of satisfies my jumping up and down, moving around. I have my Mercury in Sagittarius, which means that I process information in a quick and flitty way. Thank you. It's the color shade of red. Yeah, this is a t-shirt that I got. It's like an old t-shirt. It's got some paint on it. I got it at the Dig Rig. He sells like old Levi's and old flannels and stuff. So I got this shirt there. That's it for now. I am going to go back. This was my break. I'm going to go back to doing my outline and practicing the intro video. If you guys sign up for my newsletter, you're getting like information that I don't have anywhere else. We sent out the falafel recipe and the tahini recipe, the tahini sauce recipe, and there's blogs and there's new things on my website. I am finally having a shop again so you can see my favorites. And I'm getting detailed, like what paintbrush, what markers, the crystals that I hang in my window. Can I show you? Let's see. So for example, on my website, I put the crystals. Not only did I put the crystals, but I put a link to the fishing line that I use and the cup hooks that I hang the crystals with. And they are to send prisms of light when you have direct sunlight. It sends rainbows around the room, and they're also used in feng shui for slowing down energy that's moving too quickly down a stairwell, or when there's too many doors in a hallway that leads to arguments, so you hang it from the ceiling. Feng shui quartz coming next. I got so many likes. I don't always get so many thumbs up. You guys are so nice. So yes, any suggestions for working from home on a Neptune descending line? Well, Melanie, my next course is going to tell you if Neptune is good for you or not. It's based on something else in astrology, and it's really simple and life-changing. But for me, I would say give Neptune his time. Give a certain amount of time each day to absolutely surrender to the flow of life. Surrender, 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 flow. Know that it's going to be dreamy, and it's not you won't be working in the same way that I'm working here. You watch out for the moments where inspiration strikes and you do feel like sitting down, you do feel like working. I had a hard time on a Neptune line, so the best thing you can do is call in Saturn, call in some regimented time. So you give Neptune most of your time where you're floating and dreamy and you get poetic and romantic, and Neptune is the highest octave of Venus. It's the higher octave of Venus. It's like love. So what I would say is like You know how I have those black glasses and sometimes I wear black? That is suits my Capricorn self. And Capricorn gets things done. It's ruled by Saturn. Saturn will help you get things done. So you may decide to say, this is my Saturn time, Neptune, and you're not going to have me from 9 to 12, and 9 to 12, or whatever time. I would say choose the time that you feel most productive. I know that I work best 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, I feel alert towards the evening into the night. But if you're a morning person, then you give Saturn that morning time to wear black, sit down, make a list. Force yourself to like have your list. Keep your list out. Keep your paper out. Keep what you need out to remind you of tasks, and give a set time. You kind of are going to have to force yourself because Neptune wants you to just float around. So let me know how that goes. I'm curious. And follow me on Instagram, you guys, because I do stories all the time there. I'm sharing all kinds of beautiful little things that inspire me. And yeah, so I will see you on my website. I'll see you on Instagram. I still have Live with Dara Dubonnet on Facebook. And big hugs, and thank you for all my thumbs up. Sassy little frassy. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.